But 9 years ago, when we stood at the altar, if God would have showed us or me the picture of working with blended families and walking with marriages, if he would have showed me that picture, I may have said, I love you, but I'm out. I don't know if I would have continued down that path because that would have scared me to death.
I'm Don Benson.
I'm Jen Benson.
And we've been married 9 years. We are a blended family.
At that first one we were at, there was a couple that had just been married like 6 days at the conference. And there were couples that had been married for 30 years at the conference. But to know all these couples were there because they wanted to be built up. They wanted life poured into them, but yet they were still on that same journey, whether you're 6 days in or 30 years in. But just to know that there was a whole big community of blended families are chasing after God and chasing after ministry, to me was life-giving.
A text message or voicemail, hey, we have this coaching thing going on. Is that something that you guys would be interested in doing? We kind of looked at each other like, I don't know, It was a seed planted, and yes, it was terrifying to think that we were going to do this. We had to be very prayerful. We took some time and fasted and prayed on that one too to decide, okay, is this what we're called to do? We need to know that this is God's decision, not our decision. We've seen couples go from ready to just be done, walk out the door to, weeks later, okay, we're working on this. We're going to do this.
By the time we were done, they were sitting next to each other on the couch, like
arms around each other, snuggled up.
It's just one of those, okay, God, thank you for those reminders of why we're doing what we're doing, why we're walking around with that target on our back, because now we're fighting for marriages. But just to hear the joy and the hopefulness in their voices at the end versus desperation and at a loss of what to do. They're sitting on the fence and they're wanting God to move and God to do things in your life, and you're kind of just sitting on the fence or you're sitting on the shore. The Israelites couldn't move. The water didn't part till they put their foot in the water. And so if we're expecting or asking God to do great things or big things for us, we need to be willing to step out and do bold, brave things for Him.
And when you feel that spirit stirring in you to do something and do your best to obey and watch the fruit come out of it.
Whether that means financially supporting BKF, whether that means signing up for a coaching call, He's waiting for you to take the step. He's asking all of us to be faithful with what He's given us. It blows my mind what that looks like on our end now. Redeemed relationships with our daughter, a strengthened marriage. If it wasn't for God, and I think for BKF, I don't know that we would be sitting in the same position as a married couple. That's where the blessings come in.